Ecuador has been racked by gang violence on a scale never seen before. Homicide rates and violent crime, particularly in the coastal region around the largest city of Guayaquil, are at an all-time high. Drug trafficking gangs have taken over prisons, sparking a wave of massacres in which hundreds have died. In response, President Guillermo Lasso said last week that citizens would be allowed to carry and use firearms.
The possession and carrying of guns for civilian use in personal defense is authorized in accordance with the requirements of law and regulations.
The Conservative former banker has been fighting to tackle rising crime and violence in the streets and in prisons. His government blames Mexican drug trafficking cartels using Ecuador as a transit point for cocaine from neighboring Colombia and Peru. Some citizens agree with the measure.
To a certain point, I do think it will contribute to pacifying the country, and the citizen will be protected in a way. I think it's doable according to all the rules and requirements needed to carry a gun.
But human rights activists say the move will have no impact on the spike in violent crime and could even make it worse.
La delincuencia que está afectando al Ecuador.
The crime that is affecting Ecuador is not ordinary crime. It is the crime that is born out of the fight between cartels, internationally organized crime, and the famous fight for territory.
Coronel says Ecuadorians are not accustomed to using firearms.
Yo creo que nadie está preparado nunca.
I believe that nobody's ever prepared if they have not received specialized training to carry weapons. I don't think any society has been prepared to live through the tragedy of Mexico and Colombia, or even to live through the tragedy that is happening in Ecuador.
The dramatic escalation in gang violence has become a huge issue for Ecuador's beleaguered president. Lasso, who took office in 2021, faces the threat of impeachment over allegations of embezzlement, which he denies. Dan Collyns, CGTN.